Hello everybody and welcome back to the West Ham Network. I hope you are keeping safe and well as per usual. Make sure you do go across, check out Match Bingo. All you need to do is put your phone up against that QR code that will take you there and you will see why you may be interested in joining Match Bingo. But I am here to bring you today's press conference from our man Graham Potter ahead of the massive game against Liverpool at Anfield just after Liverpool announcing Salah signs a contract extension. Expected to see Van Dijk following very soon. But there is a time, if there isn't a time to play Liverpool, I think it could be now. So I'm going to get straight cracking into this press conference. Before I even go to that stage, go check out Knees Up Motherbound, kumb.com, our channel partners. Go across, check out their wonderful content as per usual. But I'm going to get on to question number one, of course, always as with the press conferences, it's on team news. The Potter presser, usually the first question is on team news. And he was asked, what is the team news? He said, there aren't any major issues. It'll be a similar squad. Fulkrug, we're just making sure he's okay after the weekend. He's trained today, so hopefully there's no reaction and he'll be in the squad. He actually goes on and goes a little bit further in depth in saying it's more about fatigue more than anything. So take from that what you wish. You know, he's just back in. He's just banged a goal. We've seen what the outlook can create, what that can help with. I feel like he will be playing come Saturday. But you let me know your comments and how you take from that, because I think we all know having someone like him in the middle of the park, up top, leading the line, is vital to how West Ham are going to be playing moving forward in the new season. Because obviously this feels like it's all about the new season. The next question obviously was on Mo Salah. He signed that contract extension with Liverpool. His goals and assists show how much he contributes in the most difficult part of the pitch. He's a fantastic player and you always have to be on your guard. Congratulations to him in Liverpool, and it's fantastic news for Premier League. And it absolutely is, because you want to keep your best players and you want to try and push away the kind of Saudi Arabia reason, the money and all that sort of stuff, and people stay in the list. You want the best players to come to the Premier League, the club, the league that we play in, West Ham play in. It's maybe not good timing as such, because you feel like if you're going to get at Liverpool, this could be the one, but this could be a boost that they're looking for. So we just need to hope that the right West Ham turn up for the occasion. Question number 3 was all about Liverpool's form as of late, and he responded by saying they've lost the last game but won the previous 4 in the Premier League. And he actually goes into it a little bit more in depth, and he says, that's funny because even though they've lost the last one, they won their previous 4. So to judge it on form because of the last game isn't necessarily right. But he said they've still got work to do, but they're rightly at the top of the league and we have to be the best version of ourselves to have a chance. Because the question really was around, it's inevitable when Liverpool win the league, but rightly so, Graham Potter kind of put that one to bed and said, listen, they've still got a lot of work to do. They need to go out and they've got beat the last game, and you can see what can happen. It can put a little bit of pressure on, but it probably is inevitable that they will win the league. The next question, though, was on Fulkrug and having him, as he said, clearly he's a top player and you can see that with the impact he had against Wolves and Bournemouth. He gives us a different outlet, got a great personality and we like him a lot, but he's had a complicated season. We're trying to manage it so he can play as many minutes safely. I do think there's a massive element of truth in that, but it's interesting because I think the starting lineup is going to be really key to see what direction we're going to be planning to do moving forward. He says fatigue, so nothing in reference to injury. They will have to manage it, but let's just wait and see what happens moving forward with that one. The next question was all about the expectation from West Ham, what he wants to see from the team moving into the summer. And he says, when you're in a Premier League side with big demands, you understand expectations. Scorelines affect things, but margins are very tight in this league. We know where we've made progress, particularly in defence, but at the same time, we need to attack and play better, and that's where the work is. We need to finish off as strong as we can. And that leads into the next question, which was about our attacking improvements. He said, we've had a lot of injury issues. If you're conceding a lot of goals, you're going to suffer no matter what. So we've worked on improving that. Apart from patches against Brentford and Wolves, we've been completely competitive. Things can turn quickly, but we're looking to improve. My word, we know we need to improve in the attacking element because we've got what you could have said once upon a time, frightening attackers, but they weren't putting the ball in the back of the net. We were creating those opportunities, and we need to turn those opportunities and those chances actually into proper stats, things we want to see, which is goals. And if our attackers start to do our job, I do think we've got enough in the tank to be able to deal with it defensively as well. He then went on to ask about Ollie Scarlett, of course, the young fullback who's risen into the first team, and I love to see it. We all love to see it. The pathway. We've been going on about it for years. What is the pathway? He said he's a young player. He's done really well. He's got a great attitude, and he's going to get better and better. He's contributed to some good results, and we're excited to see his progress. And that's really, in theory, the kind of catapult to potentially why I've said previously why Emerson could be heading out the door because of the age of his career, and West Ham could be looking at other options at that left back. And that's why Kyle Walker-Peters could be a good option, because remember, he can play across that back four, and him and Scarles could be really good options. And should Wan-Bissaka, say, pick up an injury, then they can all chop and change where necessary. So the versatility is really key moving forward in the season. He was asked about Arne Slot, of course, coming in, taking over from Mr. Horseman. So bad, Klopp. He said he's made it look easy and done a great job. It's a really tough league, but unpredictable, but he's had a great season, so congratulations to him. Respectful, I like that. And the last one before it went to the embargoed section was, what challenges do you face when it comes to Liverpool? And listen, we all know what challenges we face to Liverpool. So he said the defensive element is something we've had to work on. Away at Anfield is as difficult as it gets, so we have to make sure we're ready. If we are, we can be competitive, and hopefully from there points will follow. And this is where this game becomes massively key. We have to be competitive, but we have to be defensively sound. If we're not defensively sound, we will be punished. We'll be punished heavily as well. We know we are capable of getting big results against us, and we need to put those big results against us to bed. We need to take leaf out of books that some of the other clubs go and do and try and take the game a little bit to them. But this will all depend on the starting lineup. This will all depend on the starting lineup, as I've said, and what players are going to be featured on in that starting 11. Anyway, that's the wrap. That's a short, sharp, straight to the point overview of the press conference. My little bit of a reaction from you. What do you think? Put it in the comments below. Fulkrug, one to keep an eye on. They play their cards close to their chest when they do the press conferences. They're not going to give away absolutely everything to you from the off. So it'll be interesting to see where and how he fits into this team. But join us, of course, for the rest of the content coming your way in preparation, of course, for the game against Liverpool on Sunday. Thanks for watching. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, and come on, you Irons!